Folks, we got a special episode.
No gods, no elf kings.
Welcome back to the Racism Hour. Today we discuss Italians. Why are they
This
always walking
podcast
Yeah.
is
Why are they
really
always
pissing
walking
me
horses?
off. I'm the original Star Walker.
And I'm
Hello,
like,
everybody. I just finished chapter 4 of Deltarune. I'm Ivy.
I'm Dark Seinfeld.
I'm
See Dark Seinfeld?
no,
Or, yeah, Dark Seinfeld.
Seinfeld slaps, dude.
You got
I
Ivy, you
love
got
the
Dark
deal.
Seinfeld.
What's the deal with the
What's the
whiteness
deal
of
with killing
mankind?
people?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So is Dark Seinfeld like reverse Seinfeld,
No,
or is
Dark
he
Seinfeld is funny
Seinfeld doing
Seinfeld.
blackface?
So I was taking my 30-year-old girlfriend out on a date.
Oh shit! I was taking my appropriately aged wife
I
out on a
think
date.
what's happening in Palestine is a travesty. I love Dark Seinfeld, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Jerry,
Dark
I'm
Seinfeld
successful
is
and
great.
women love
I love
me.
that
They
we're
love you.
pronouncing
They
it-
love me, Jerry.
I love that we pronounce it still like Dark Side Phil, but it's Dark Seinfeld.
Yeah, Dark
That's
Seinfeld.
good too. I love Dark Seinfeld.
Yeah, Dark Seinfeld is cool.
That's Feld. He has the
Jerry,
dark
I got a
side.
job and I moved out of my parents' house and I'm having a great time. I'm doing really good.
You're having a great time.
Soup for you.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. It's
Hell
starting out
yeah.
strong.
I love this Nazi. He makes the best soup.
Wait.
You gotta say, I love this Stalinist. I love this tanky. He makes good soup. That's the.
Soup
That's,
tanky.
I love this tanky. He makes the soup tanky. Actually, kind of slaps, dude.
I like that in my version of Nazi.
His soup's not very good. There's only one little piece of meat in it, but he's really nice.
Yeah. The soup tanky. I love the soup tanky. Dude.
I mean, airplane food. I totally get it.
yeah. I totally understand.
I
there
understand
are
the
no
deal with
deals up with
everything.
that.
I am transcended.
Oh, Dark Seinfeld. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. A lot of stuff is happening in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know about any of it because I haven't been paying attention.
Nothing
What
ever
happens when
Hold on, I just thought of a really good one. It's Kramer. What's going on in there? Nothing, Jerry. You want to come in? You want to hang out?
I'm just hanging out, man.
I'm just hanging
Just
out.
hanging out, dude.
You want to hang out?
you want to come over?
Want to smoke some weed?
Yeah. I love Newman. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways, fuck Elaine. Elaine's just the same. Like nothing changes. Elaine's
No,
just kinda
she's
stays
nice now.
Is Elaine mean? Yeah, you know what? I didn't think about that. She's got like.
I'm dating this guy, and he has a weird thing about him, but I'm not going to get paranoid or weird or judgmental about it.
Holy shit.
You never think about how bad a lot of these fucking like. You watch Scrubs? Do you ever watch Scrubs?
Yeah.
I watched so much Scrubs growing up, and like the more I watched it, the more I like started to really hate Zach Braff. Zach Braff is one of the most fucking like, just one of the worst doctors to ever do it, and like, like in the show, like his social life, his personal life is like, just completely consumes his ability to care for anybody else, and then you got a guy like. I think it's Dr. Kelso, the big buff guy, and he's just like, I don't care about you at all, JD. I don't care about anybody. And like, dude, no, you're just an asshole who's good at saving lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, these I don't know. Who cares? Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Donald Faison is
I
it.
watched that for the janitor episode.
Holy shit. I'm getting a
Janitor.
fucking severe weather alert.
I don't think I've ever seen more than 2 episodes of Scrubs, because I saw Jersey's
Flash flood warning, everybody.
I saw Garden State, and I was like, I hate Zach Braff. I never want to see anything he makes. Natalie Portman is now unattractive to me.
I love Donald Faison. That's my thing. Right? He's
What if it was
he's
Donald Pison?
Hey, hey, oh, hey.
Paisano. We gotta wear our scrubs here in the operating room.
He's like, JD, they don't let me perform surgery because I'm Italian.
Hey, I'm no Superman over here.
Oh, Jesus. I deal with racism every day because I'm Italian. I would actually love that.
You love Italian racism?
No, first off, I found out recently that like that Mussolini was not racist, which is kind of interesting to me.
Huh, what?
Yeah, I found that out recently. Like,
I think he probably was kind of racist, but like,
no, he didn't agree at all. He like was very weirded out by Hitler's racism, and even,
Okay, but
like,
Hitler's racism was extreme racism. You can still be like, I don't like the blacks or whatever, and that's
No.
racist.
his shit was like dog, we're close to Africa. We should like I just want a fascism everybody can enjoy, which is crazy to think. That's almost
Wow,
whimsical.
guy
dude.
who actually had no idea what fucking club he was in.
Yeah, no, that's what Mussolini.
well, it's not like
crazy,
the Allies were gonna let him into their club.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I was reading that.
Imagine
book.
it. Oh my God,
fascism works because we
imagine.
make everyone else Italian.
Yeah.
Guys, imagine if we had had communist Mussolini. He just wanted a communism that everyone could enjoy. The world could be
Hey,
such a different
guys,
place.
you got to figure out. Step
His-
one, I'm
his
in
entire
charge.
thing-
Step
his
two,
en-
step
his entire
three,
thing-
profit.
was that like the government should be ran by one guy, and the
Okay.
government should coexist with the mafia element, like the criminal element, and they should be two sides of the same coin.
I can see why this is so
Okay.
appealing to you.
Well, no, a little bit, yeah, but also like his whole, like the idea, like listen, he's a fascist. Fascism sucks, but I will say that it's an
Fascism sucks, but
I will say it's an interesting take
But
on
you
what
gotta
he was-
hand it to Mussolini.
You don't have to hand it to Mussolini. You do not have that guy. I'm glad he's
But you've
there.
been handing it to Mussolini with both hands.
Yeah, you have. You have in fact been
I'm
handing it
just-
to
because I'm-
Mussolini for a
he's-
minute now.
He's fascinating. He's very fascinating to me.
I
dude.
just think he's a neat little guy.
You know what's fucked up is that all day people can go on about how Hitler had drip and all this other insane shit.
Didn't though.
I know people. There's like a whole genre of type of guy who's obsessed.
Negative.
With
Do you know
Hitler.
who has actual drip? The fucking like PLA armed forces.
I'll give you that. Yeah, they do.
Like,
They're sauced
the
out.
Chinese, man. The Chinese army has
It's a nice
drip.
shade of green.
Do you know about the other one I like is the Symbionese
It's kind of pine green.
art.
The
army,
who?
you know about the Symbionese Liberation Army. They're like
People
a-
that raped
No.
that rich girl a whole bunch and then turned her
No,
into a criminal.
I don't think they did that, but I did.
Yeah, I think
maybe
they
I don't
did.
know. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not too much about it, but I do know that the CIA was heavily involved in like their start, and like there's a lot of MK Ultra shit involved in that. By the way,
Right.
I've been
This,
doing a
none
lot
of this
these-
is discounting any possibility of rape or anything like that.
Yeah, no, I know. There's,
Look, they're cool. It was the CIA's fault if they did anything wrong, okay?
but they did have drip. I'm sorry. It's, but
The
no,
berets, I mean, yeah, just berets give you instant drip.
berets
You
are
got,
cool.
like-
Yeah, you wear
Berets
This
are
is the problem
cool.
with America's
That's
army
true.
is we have all this shit, but our guys aren't wearing berets.
Well, the
No.
Green Berets are wearing berets.
They
Yeah,
don't
well, they're
exist anymore, do they?
Kinda crazy.
Green Berets still exist. They still do. They still do Green Beret shit.
Yeah.
They still. They're like. I
Where,
think,
but
like,
what about red berets though? Red
We
berets
have
are cool.
we have way too many fucking special forces guys.
I was saying. I
We
was
sure fucking do. I
You know,
think
a
does
lot
the
of-
national wait? I have to know. Does the fucking Coast Guard have its own special forces?
I don't.
Prob- maybe,
Maybe.
but I don't think they get a lot of work, which is bad. You want your special guys forces busy all the time. You
Well, yeah,
don't
because
want
they're
them-
crazy.
No,
Otherwise,
those guys
they'll
are.
start.
No, those guys are busy
Yeah,
as hell.
they're
They're
busy.
super
Yeah,
busy.
you want to keep them busy, well paid,
they're-
and happy because their
not
specialty
busy.
is overthrowing governments.
No, you're
and
wrong
you
because
don't
they're not
want 'em-
busy. They're not busy doing like that kind of stuff. They're busy going on podcasts. Like 90%
Yeah.
of.
Well, those are
90%
retired
of,
ones usually.
No,
I've
no,
seen
no,
some
Oh,
no,
okay.
no. There's a lot of active duty guys on podcasts, dude. I listen to a lot of those fucking really bad Patriot podcast things, and like, it's very funny how a lot of those guys are literally just giving away like state secrets, and like nobody cares.
Hell yeah.
Like the fucking, I'm like, listen,
Based.
I don't want to. I don't want to talk about. I don't. Want to, I don't have my. Hold on.
Special forces is an interesting topic.
All right, hold on. Here we go.
I did find out the U.S. Coast Guard does
no.
have
For the folks
It
at
does
home
have
who's
its
putting on
own-
the fucking nose.
it does have a special forces kind of, but they're basically just like SWAT teams on like inflatable rafts.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Let me say this. Let me say this.
They're
all right?
just there in case anybody gets like pirated off the coast or something.
Let me say this. One of the weirdly ambivalent things about
Why is
US
the nose
government-
here? I missed it.
Because I need to talk about something serious.
Okay.
Right? Put the news on.
Why can't you talk about serious things with the nose on?
Because listen, Bal, I'm a little silly goofy guy. That way, listen, whoever's paying attention, which I'm pretty sure no one is, but if someone was,
I'm paying attention.
they'd be like, "How can we take this guy serious? He's got a fucking clown nose on. What is he talking about?"
I
But
agree. It
anyways,
only works on you.
I don't know.
You seen how many people come in? Man, I can't wait to get tee-hee pilled. Send me to the tee-hee pill. I'm ready to tee-hee them chiral vectors. No, man, they do take it seriously. They're
listen.
wonderful people who should go to patreon.com/the Homie
The
Collective.
Homie Collective.
Absolutely.
$10. If you're not crazy, $2.
Listen.
Yeah,
All right,
$10 for the Teehee fund.
Listen to me. What I'm trying to get at here. This is what I'm trying to get at. This is what I'm trying to say. The thing is, there is no one at the helms of like control that we used to have. This is like, it's an ambivalent quality. Like I've been watching a lot of like, I've been doing all of the fucking like, I've been doing I've been listening to all these like podcasts and history books and like audiobooks while I'm out my route delivering stuff. And I have kind of come to the conclusion that like the Trump administration is ran so fucking poorly that there is no one doing any kind of damage control for what anyone says on. They're flooding the zone with like information, but like 70% of that information is not bullshit. 70% of that information is like insider baseball.
Well, I have seen some other ex-Special Forces guys come on and say that a lot of the stuff these guys say is just bullshit.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not
Special
talking
Forces
about.
guys lie all the time.
I'm not talking about these special. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like Pete Hegseth going on Dan Bongino's podcast to be like, yeah, here's some plans to bomb Iran, and then like a week later, that's the exact thing that happened. It's like there's a lot of shit like that is not reported on because nobody's listening to hours and hours and hours of fucking podcasts.
Well, they call him
you know
they call him Daddy. They call him Daddy because he lets like, yeah, Daddy Trump's here. We're gonna eat ice cream after midnight. He's gonna let us order pizza and stay up till 2 a.m. playing violent video games.
Like the alligator Alcatraz stuff, the flooding that happened. Like they're using.
Well, that's what happens when you build a fucking big structure that fast.
Yeah, well, something recently that happened is that one of the architects of it was talking about not architects of like the, but I'm talking like the actual architects of the prison.
Yeah,
was
like
on
Halo Architects.
Was on a podcast called like that had
Exactly.
like 80
Thank you,
subscribers called like the Patriot Fund,
The woke
or
patriot.
something.
The Patriot Fund.
like Patriots for
Freedom's lament.
Donate to the
something.
Patriot Fund at patreon.com/the
Do
Homie
not,
Collective.
yeah, you could actually do that. No, but like I'm watching, or like it's called Fund the Patriots or something like that, right?
Defund
And,
the
like,
Patriots.
Well, first off, I'm one of those patriots. Right? I'm a patriot.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, that's right. I forgot we're
I'm a
woke
patriot.
patriots
We're
now.
woke patriots now.
Yeah, you're right,
We're
you're
woke
right.
patriotism. Anyways, these guys.
Sorry, I'm being worse than Ruben.
Yeah, these guys are doing like. They had like an architect, like an actual physical, like general contractor who shows up and talks about the stuff. And they were asking them about like, oh, you're sourcing all of your like, stuff from that. And he goes like, no, dude, we get immigrants to build that stuff. So like, he's like, literally, they're using fucking. It's shocking that they're admitting this stuff. And like, nobody cares. Their base doesn't give a fuck,
No.
right? But like, I don't know. This is like, I remember when I was talking about how like. I was listening to C-SPAN for hours and hours and hours and hours.
Why would they give a fuck? It's on an 80-listener podcast. They probably didn't hear about it.
Yeah, I know. But listen, what I'm getting at is that, like, I was talking about this a while ago about how, like, I was, like, downloading C-SPAN, like, audio. I was converting it to audio and then fucking, like, listening to, like, a podcast. And, like, a lot of times they're reporting on stuff that nobody cares. The American people don't give a fuck about. They're reporting about things that happen, and, like, you just listen to them. And like they're practically admitting it. The big difference now is that they're no longer doing that on the floor of the C-SPAN is like essentially dead. And no one's recording shit. Everything's done behind like locked doors. But now it's moved to like podcasts with like 90 listeners, and so like you can piece together what's
come on the show.
We probably could get Pete Hegseth on here, his drunk
Jesus.
ass. We could call ourselves a Homie Patriot or something and get
Evil Patriot.
We could probably get them on here. Like,
The idea of Vol Patriots is very funny.
okay, all right, nose off.
Yeah,
Imagine.
like tiny little guys that dig around and wave an American flag.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a
What
real
talking
Vol
about.
Patriot.
I'm
But-
a cowboy.
On a steel horse I ride.
On a dildo I ride.
Dildo's good. Yeah,
I'm
okay.
wanted
And I
for
want it.
sucking off guys.
Nut in my eyes. I think taking nut in your eyes is probably one of the worst. I don't understand you at all. I know there's some people that are into that. I don't know what you got going on.
Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, I got cum in my hair.
I knew you were gonna go over there. Yeah. Anyways,
It's the worst. You gotta take a shower.
Well, we should start recording.
we are recording. We've been recording this entire time. We've been in this call technically waiting. Like me and Ivy have been hanging out for a while and waiting on Ruben, and then we were waiting on Chugs. We've been in this call for like probably 2.5 hours.
Probably close.
Yeah,
no, not
yeah.
that much. Not that
thought it was
much.
the
No,
first
no,
one.
no.
No,
It's been about an hour and a half.
it's okay. All right. I'm just saying, like we've been in this call for a hot minute. Me and Ivy are tapped. We were talking shit about stuff, and then
Yeah, we're talking shit about stuff.
yeah, and then I released an album. You should go and listen to that.
Yeah. We
It's-
should talk about the things we talked about an hour ago, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm being dead serious.
I forgot. Yeah, Ruben put on gloves to eat a sausage. I watched him
Yep.
put on. He put on gloves. He choked.
That
on
middle
it.
finger's going up the sausage's ass
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you just saw, the sausage.
He eats when he
The-
eats
the
the
middle
sausage,
finger.
When he eats the sausage, he does this. He eats it like this. I don't understand what it's like to catch the joke.
He cups like the invisible balls underneath it. Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
That's
I
very
don't
scary.
know what he's doing, but you know,
That's
So-
very scary.
Marcos
So-
knows well, I eat my sausages like I smoke a cigarette. I just put it in my mouth and I go like slowly bring it up.
Once this is a very long. This is like we've talked about this before. This is an old episode that we've done before.
Yeah, this episode that's just coming out is really old.
No, like we talked about this before. But
Yeah,
one
we
time, me
recorded
and
this
Ruben
last
went to the
year.
gas station to go get food,
That's
like or
crazy.
to go get snacks.
Never heard of
And
this before.
This fucking there's a Safeway right across the street from from the gas station, and Ruben didn't see anything that he liked at the gas station, so he walked to the Safeway, and he bought a pack of andouille sausages.
All
right.
Sausage, yes, sir.
All right,
came
all
back.
right.
And he came back into the gas station where I'm still looking for snacks and stuff, and he fucking starts eating them like carrots. And the guy like he's just eating these big ass sausage meat things, and I'm like, to me the smell when he opened up the smell, it like filled the gas station with like sausage smell stink.
Excellent.
And he's just having a good time. And then the guy looks at him, and then he looks at me, and then like Ruben's like, "You want one?" And the guy was like, "No, dude. No, dude. What the fuck, dude?"
I mean, he was staring at me.
Like, what, you were just in there eating fucking stank ass sausages like a crazy person.
At least he's not like trying to heat up a fucking big ass burger with like hot water.
Well, first off, I did that,
Oh shit!
I did
Fuck.
that in an LLV.
Way,
by myself.
way called back.
I
Fine,
still
I
haven't.
should.
I still haven't forgiven you for that. You didn't even hurt me, but you did hurt me. I learned about it. It hurt me. You don't get
It's-
to make fun of other cultures' foods
You-
anymore. You,
You
hate that.
don't know.
Clearly,
Listen,
he still thinks about it.
you don't get to judge me until you've walked 9 miles in my shoes. as
You
a
can't
mailman.
walk 9 miles in your shoes, man. They
I
fall
was
apart.
I was living in the woods
fucking on a postal
in
route, dude.
Texas, and
Yeah,
I
but
never
okay,
stooped
listen.
to
All right, I'm
reheating
gonna
a
say something very
big-ass gas station
I'm
burger
going to say something extremely
into
controversial.
some
And it's
kind
gonna
of
be the most
horrible
normal thing
gas
I've ever
station
heard.
burger
No, I'm
soup.
going to say something extremely controversial.
Okay.
Postal workers have it harder than the homeless.
True,
because-
honestly.
because if you're homeless, you can get help. You can hang. You know what I'm
No,
saying? But also,
no.
you can also hang out. Like, there's no
You can't hang
expectation
out.
for you to be anywhere. You can just kind of hang out wherever you end up.
Well, I
It's-
mean,
it's
there's
true-
often an expectation for you to not be where
not
you're
be
at,
somewhere. Yeah,
and
literally.
the food
Yeah.
situation's
which
pretty
is
dire,
kind of
and
an
you do rely on a
expectation
lot
to
of
be
gas
somewhere, if we're
stations.
being honest.
But even when you're homeless, eating at a gas station,
I've been homeless too. I listen.
I don't
know-
eat the big ass burger if I can heat it normally.
understand.
That thing's
I understand.
disgusting. It's
I understand.
I
where
think
you're coming
RFK should ban those. I think he should ban Totino's party pizzas, which are a fucking affront to life.
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree.
pizza.
I agree.
I think he
The
should
pizza
ban
rolls. I like the pizza rolls. Totino's
tricky
pizza
one.
rolls
That's
are
a
good.
really tricky one. I used to love pizza rolls. Then one day, something kind of switched inside of me, and I just had a plate of pizza rolls. And I was like, I loved these a week ago, but now I look at them and they're just the most vile.
That's a sign.
He developed lactose intolerance.
Have you
is what
ever-
it
have
is.
you
No,
ever-
I tolerate lactose like a motherfucker.
Have you ever eaten eggs and then they started tasting like eggs and then you can't eat eggs anymore?
No.
If
No.
I ate
Just
eggs and
me
they
then?
started
My
tasting
eggs
like
always
something that
taste
wasn't
like
eggs.
eggs.
No,
yeah,
sometimes my
I
eggs
start
don't taste
getting
like
Why
eggs.
I'm eating eggs.
I eat eggs a lot. Like I eat them because I need like a lot of protein for. Like,
I hate them
working out
because
and
I enjoy the smell.
I fucking can't stand the eggy flavor of eggs. So like I usually put a bunch of
Really?
pepper or like teriyaki or something that it like just changes.
Well, I
the
mean,
way
eggs are like the universal like flavor delivery system. So
Yes,
like
and
you
then
are
every now-
supposed to
Universal
deliver
Flavor
something.
Town.
And then every
Yeah,
now and then
exactly.
I'll eat eggs and then they'll start to taste like eggs, and then I'm like, and it's all it's an awful experience.
Yeah, but that could be like a good thing though. Like if you have like a mostly hard boiled egg or something like with ramen, cut that shit open. It's fucking good. It's like salty.
I eat hard boiled eggs every morning for breakfast with a little
Okay.
with a little soy sauce or teriyaki sauce, like a thickened teriyaki soy. Or
Yeah.
I eat it like or I eat it with like a fuck ton of pepper, or I eat
Eats
it
it
with, like
out of a bowl like a dog.
no. Sometimes if I'm really like late for work, I'll mush it into my oatmeal and I'll just eat it like that.
Now that is terrifying.
Yeah, it's gross, but it's,
That's not-
it's
that's
nec-
not
it's
great.
It's necessary. I mix that with the coffee. I'll pour the coffee into the
God,
in the
man.
thing,
Jesus
and then I'll just shake it
Christ.
up, and then I'll like try and eat while I drive to work. It's awful. My life is. I'm telling you, as a mailman, you are a cursed person. You are cursed.
I don't think all the other mailmen probably have. Like, I think they can probably like get a Pop-Tart or something.
You don't understand, dude? You don't understand. They're not actually mailmen because they don't fucking suffer like I do, all right? They're postal workers.
So what you're
They're
saying
postal
isn't that
carriers.
postal workers have it harder, it's that Marcos.
Mailmen. It's different. Mailmen.
I thought you
men
were the
who are
first male to
male.
mailman.
Yeah, no, like, I'm just saying, like, there's a...
MTMM, mail to mailman.
But if you're, no, like, what I'm saying
Dude, I
is-
was listening to fucking Choppa the other day. They fucking stole our bit.
No, I know. I know.
We're like
It's
trying to
first
say
time,
that
man.
Joe Rogan was an MTM trans person or something.
Yeah. Lots of... You know what? I think we're just... The biggest problem that we've always had as a podcast is that we're way ahead of the curve.
Oh, yeah. We're funnier.
We're the pixies of being funny. We're, everybody,
We're the pixies of being stupid online.
We're basically the Velvet Underground. Of,
Pretty much,
being
yeah.
retarded.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I like that. I think it's cool.
That's
I think
all
it's a
right,
good thing, yeah. Let's see. I'm starting a... I'm
Starting a union.
YouTube. Oh, that too. I'm starting a YouTube channel. Like it's not a separate YouTube channel, but
Buddy,
like a YouTube
you know
project.
YouTubers and podcasters are like the French and the English. We're ancestral enemies.
It's true.
I think that we can make beautiful things together. Personally, I think that we can. I think it's possible. I think first off, the rules don't apply to me. They never have. All right. When I hear, actually, that's something interesting that I've been thinking about recently. I've been going to like union meetings and meeting a lot of random people. And the other day we're trying to figure out. I'm trying to start like this little side thing with like queer postal carriers and like just talk about like, because a lot of the post office is extremely, at least around here, I don't know how it is, but a lot of the post office is extremely like homophobic, like, because you're dealing with a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying, a lot of like classical types of guys, and we've been wanting to like get together to talk about that kind of stuff and just kind of organize around it and like, I don't know, maybe see if we can. And when we were talking and they were telling me about like, oh yeah, how long have you been out and all this stuff, and I was like telling them about like my experience growing up being bisexual, and they're like, you were openly bisexual? And I was like, yeah, I've been openly bisexual since like 2007. And they were like, what the fuck? And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, didn't you get beat up all the time? I'm like, no, I beat the fuck out of people for calling me gay and stuff.
That's the trick. You have to win the fights.
I was like, no, I used to kick the shit out of people for calling me gay and stuff. Like, I remember kissing a guy and a guy called me gay, and then I kissed his girlfriend, and then people were like, well, I don't know anymore. Like, I don't know. That was kind of a baller move, dude.
Yeah.
And so,
we
like,
gotta throw respect on this one, actually.
I got to put a little.
I love that progressives are like, wait, you didn't get beat. You fought back. You didn't just lose. That's crazy, man. I never thought of that.
A
I
lot
never considered I could just win.
listen. I'm starting to slowly understand that I am an exceptional case because of
You're
my
an exceptional
background.
individual, a special little guy even.
No, I'm an exceptionally little guy.
But you're dense
Yeah,
as fuck. You have powerful gravity that is noticeable in your
and
presence.
I'm only getting denser. Sorry.
So flabby there, Holmes.
Wow, dude, you're rude. How rude of you. How
Wow.
rude of you. Rude. I work out.
I had to undercut your pride before it poisoned you.
That's
I
what
think
it
this
was,
is-
man.
I honestly-
He did it for your own good.
Can I be real with you? I think this is the buffest I've ever looked in a long time.
It is.
It's because I've been.
I saw a pic. I still have like your old ass fucking like photo or whatever saved in my phone contacts with that like long scraggly ass beard. Your face is just wide as hell.
Yeah.
You look so much better, dude.
Yeah.
Not that
My
you looked
picture-
like bad back then. You just look like a different guy.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah,
time you
that's-
call, a picture of you as Fred Flintstone pops up on my phone.
Dude, that's awesome, dude. I love. Actually, I need photos of the two of you. I'm working with an artist to do some stuff, and I need action shots of you. I want to do like a D&D thing.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Do they
just
have to be
action
like action shots, or can it be like completely stationary? Like I'm just like,
Yeah, no, like you could just be stationary. You just have to be posed in an action.
okay,
You know what I'm saying?
okay,
Like a
okay.
Charlie's Angels.
What
type
are we
thing.
doing, by the
What-
way?
what if-
What have
what
I
if
been
it was-
signed up for?
Are you making us little fighter stance animations for our fighting?
No, that would be awesome. I wish I could.
Yeah,
And
Fine,
actually, wait, we should have a fucking like fighting
Just say
game
yeah.
that's got us in it or something. Like a
I would
not
love
a
to do
fighting game. What am I talking? Like a beat 'em up or something.
One
You
of
know what I
the- one of
mean?
the
Fighting
homies-
game.
One of the homies that recently followed me, and they're like a very talented pixel artist, and like I've been really interested in their work, and I wanted to commission some artwork for us of like little avatars,
Oh, cool.
so we could just do like I don't know, put it up as
Can
a
they draw
banner.
me as Shadow the Hedgehog?
That's cool.
I don't want I want you to look like you, right? But I
Yeah,
just want
but
Yeah,
as
Shadow the Hedgehog. Yeah,
or
exactly.
like a chibi
We look
version
like
of-
we look really similar anyways, so they don't really have to do much.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right, but yeah, I think it'll be fun, and it's a good way to support our community, and you know, people like us, and I don't know, I'm interested in
Sitting
doing that
around
kind of
getting your
stuff.
portrait drawn. It's good for the community.
You make this so fucking gross and ugly. You disgust me, Shogs. This is not where that is coming from. This is something we could use while also putting on the homies' artwork, and then also we pay them for it. Like that's
Yeah, I
to me,
know.
that feels good. That feels good, asshole.
Oh my god. That's so funny.
I'm actually like just like me posing with
For the
like, on a horse.
community.
This is actually really good for the community, guys. Oh my god! I've been playing a lot of Far Cry 6.
Yeah, you
Have
do
y'all-
sound like that.
Have you been playing Far? The
I
games-
learned something interesting, which watch company Hamilton. They like to do they like to do movie tie-ins, like they're in a lot of movies. That watch that Matthew McConaughey has in Interstellar they made specifically for that movie, and it's a pretty popular one. Hamilton is one of the few watch companies that noticed, hey, characters in video games, what have we got in there? You know, a lot of times in these first-person shooters, you're looking at a guy's wrist
Yeah.
for
Yes.
the whole game. Let's
Yeah.
slap a watch on there. So they designed the watch that your character.
That's
in
the first watch you get,
Far
yeah.
Cry 6 is that's a special watch that Hamilton designed as a tie-in for the game that you can buy, and they've also designed a Death Stranding 2 watch that's really cool. But like $2,000, so I'm not going to get one.
Homie Vulgaris is sponsored by Hamilton watches.
Hamilton, could you make us a special homie
Oh,
watch that we
Vulgaris
could all
watch would be sick. I'm not gonna lie to you, but also like
something
I-
have a Bolton style?
I don't-
like
I
a
haven't-
Bolton style watches.
I haven't been wanting to broach this topic with you, Shaggy, because I feel like it'll cause tension and
Oh.
fights,
Good.
and that's that.
That's content, baby.
And that's that. I don't think I don't think Death Stranding 2 is good.
I haven't played it yet, so don't tell
Okay,
me.
all
anything.
right. I just want to
I'll
say
kill you.
I just
I
want to
will.
say that I think that Kojima might have lost the plot. I think Kojima is.
I haven't played it, so if you spoil it, I'm gonna.
I'm
be
not
mad.
spoiling. I'm just saying I think that Kojima
I will
has.
throw you into a tar pit.
I think Kojima is is on his Kanye shit of like, can I have more nitrous, please? Like, that's what I think. But it's his own farts. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
That's just
Sam wanders into a prepper shelter. Hologram pops up. Yeah, I need you to deliver these copies of my book, my autobiography about my struggle.
No.
Yeah, all right. You got some likes for me, Adolf?
Yeah. No, that's not what I mean. I don't mean like he's going the Nazi route. I just mean he's going like listen, everywhere else I've been, everyone's like, this game is a masterpiece. The writing, everything is amazing. And like, I've only played like 3 or 4 hours of it, and I'm like immediately turned off by how much this is like, I don't know. There's something that I'm not in, like, that's not clicking with me.
Yeah, you're
I'm not saying
wrong,
it's bad.
I'll have an idea about it tomorrow, I think. Homie Ramulek is letting me borrow his PlayStation 5, and I believe that if I play 20 hours a day, I should be able to beat the game by the time he gets back.
We were doing the math on this, and I was like, that would assume that you do everything perfectly. You do not make a single mistake. You do not have to double down. You do not have to fall.
And I'm also receiving all my food and everything intravenously.
Yeah.
Sleep. You could play it in your sleep.
Well, you get 4 hours a night. If you play 20 hours a day, you get 4 hours a night.
I don't need more than that if I'm enjoying a seminal masterpiece of our generation.
Oh, if you're enjoying a semen masterpiece, that's crazy.
A seminal.
What if it was like gyral vectors?
Gyral vectors.
Yeah, just for the fellas.
He's kind of chubby, and it's just you kind of squeeze it.
Did you see, by the way, the fucking... Did you see, by the way, the concept mockery video that Somewhere made? It mentions chiral vectors in it.
Yeah, we got a shout out. I sent that to Bird, and he was like, "What the? Who the fuck are you guys even like clicked up with?" And I'm like, "Well, powerful people, dude."
Yeah,
Power the people, dude.
People.
Strange and powerful people. We're just having fun. We're having a good time.
It always amuses me when I see people that listen to our show get on their anti-tech stuff. It's like, you don't even know the kind of freaks we hang out with.
Yeah, you have no idea the kind of fucking weirdos that we. One of, like, very early on, before AI really even was a thing that people were talking about, I remember being in a group chat with a bunch of people that were like tech adjacent, and I remember a guy being like, "Yeah, I'm in love with the AI girlfriend," and this was like, what is it, ChatGPT Gen 1, right? And he was like, "I'm in love with my AI girlfriend." So like we've been equipped to deal with this shit for, at this point, like 5 years ahead of everyone else now.
Haven't we, like, on like the TLC channel, there's really reality TV had people being like, "I'm in love with fucking Cleverbot."
Yeah, literally, there's people right now that are like, I just don't listen. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me.
Okay. I'm mad.
But sometimes I listen to Offline with Jon Favreau.
The director of Iron
You
Man?
listen to more than one podcast?
I listen to like 6 of
by
their
the Pod Johns.
I listen to like 6 of their crooked
Oh
media
my
stuff.
god.
So, listen.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm
not
clarifying.
mad.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Strict scrutiny.
I'm disappointed in you, my son.
Strict scrutiny is fucking fire, and I don't care what anyone says. Leah
Okay.
Lincoln and all of them are fucking really out here doing the Lord's work by fucking interpreting and in plain English explaining to people executive Supreme Court decisions and talking about the unitary executive and how it doesn't make any fucking sense. They're good. I love them. I love them. They're amazing. I have nothing but high praises to sing about these beautiful fucking women that are also law professors and deserve the world. They deserve so much more than what they have. If that makes me a huge fucking lib, then I'm a huge fucking lib. I'm sorry. They're awesome. All right. All the other stuff is kind of like, you get this, it's a news aggregator, and you just you have to sort through their fucking shit takes on the news. And that's you know what I'm saying? Which is, you have to do the same thing if you listen to BBC World News, if you listen to fucking like any of the Fox News stuff, any Tucker Carlson.
Chapo Trap House.
Yeah, literally any of these. Even TrueAnon, like, you can't just take what these people say. These are awesome. I like them, but like, they have a spin, and you have to be aware of the spin. And if you get your news from multiple sources, you'll be better in the know, and you'll know who's going to tell you what, and you can always compare notes, right? And like,
yeah, That's why I like paying attention to like whatever fucking Bloomberg and the Financial Times have to say about shit. Because like, the money guys are worried about this, so that's bad. Actually,
I do fuck with the Financial Times a lot. I do like them. I think their reporting is probably like some of the more honest reporting, even though sometimes they do be like taking sides and stuff, right? But like, you know, they do because at the end of the day, the Financial Times has like a duty to report about like finance and stuff.
Do.
Oh my god.
What, man? I've been in this call for 2 hours now, man.
Yeah, I know.
You expecting me to not start this is when we used to like record a podcast after we had been shit posting in a chat for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then the podcast ended up like having like what I'm doing right now in it, which is fine. It's fine.
But
it's okay.
There is an aspect of
there's an ass.
More I'll be nice and say pseudo radical on both sides. Kind of looks at the news and like, well, you know what? It doesn't really matter because after the revolution and or great replacement and or society my ideology reigns supreme. Then it'll matter, but I don't need to pay any attention to this shit. But you probably should. I was
very much on the camp of like outside of the realm of like knowing what was going on, just kind of picking stuff up from the vibes, you know, and like it was bad because I was finding myself not like out of my depth with strangers, random people, and like there's a lot of like stuff happening. I think that like socially people used to get exposed to the news accidentally, right? And a lot of it has like. And what I mean by that is that like how they would get exposed to the news is they would have to look up movie times or shit in the newspaper to like it would accidentally not kind of that's how it used to work before the internet existed.
Well, no, people used to like watch the news and they read the rest.
People used to go to the movie theater to see the newsreels.
Yeah.
No,
people used to get their news because the Traveler would come to
passively,
town and you'd ask for a place
and
to
also
see.
here's
like,
the
tell
thing
us
too.
of the outside world, Traveler. Is the king still alive?
Here's the
Marcus
thing.
is getting upset. We should listen.
Passively, people watching the news back then were still doing it passively because the news was the only like it was on everywhere. It was ubiquitous, and it wasn't slanted like had some slant, but it wasn't like where you literally know where this like if you walk into a bar and they got Fox News on, you know what kind of fucking bar it is.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? If you walk into a bar and the bar has MSNBC, you know what kind of fucking bar it is. Back in the day, it was different.
If you walk into a bar and the bar has like 2 different hockey games on, a football game, a soccer game with Spanish subtitles, Fox News, MSNBC, and your local news, I don't know what the fuck is going on in there.
That's a cool bar. That's a cool fucking bar. And they got $3 Paps on tap.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. $3 PBR on tap. Yes.
That's a cool ass bar.
I don't know where I am. I know I'm getting drunk as shit there.
Shit, I'm getting so drunk I might end up in the all gender bathroom sucking somebody off. All right.
Yep.
Did I ever tell you that story about the all gender bathroom?
And sucking somebody off?
No, not that. That would be awesome if I did that. But no.
Was that the other week when you and Ruben were at the gay bar and you went
at
to
the gay bar kissing, and we were kissing, and our girlfriends were waiting out front with drinking beers. No, like when, that happened for real. When I was working at as a salesman, there's this really nasty bar in San Jose. It's like a big fucking like it's kind of like a biker bar, but it's kind of like there's a bunch of like small little like construction companies around there, so people come after work and they drink, you know what I'm saying? And like it's a big burly man bar, and there are 3 bathrooms, and the bathroom
one of them is gender.
It's men, women, and then there's
gender.
There's men, women, and then there's the all gender restroom, right? And so like this guy goes into the men's restroom, like I'm there writing the order, doing all the stuff, and the guy goes into the men's restroom and like he's, you know, taking a shit or whatever, and some other guy runs in, and he's just like, he like starts like pulling on the door, and he realizes, oh, it's closed. He's like, fuck, I'm about to piss myself, and I'm like, dude, the all gender is right there, like it's open, you can go in there. And he goes, and he looks at me, he's like, pal, I ain't fucking gay. I'll wait for the fucking men's restroom. And like I was like.
I remember hearing about this one. Yeah,
damn, dude, damn.
Yeah. All right, brother.
Piss yourself then, dude.
Piss yourself, I guess.
Brother. I guess, yeah. Show everybody how cool you are and piss yourself.
Yep, piss yourself right now in front of God and everyone.
I can respect their position more if they're willing to piss themselves about it.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, not gonna argue.
Your choice.
Can't argue with that.
Can't argue. That's logic.
Can't be like, no, you didn't piss your pants, actually.
Anyways, so yeah, that was what happened, and then I don't know. What I'm saying is that like you should get your news from everywhere. But I was listening to Jon Favreau, the offline with Jon Favreau. Yeah, where he was talking about like that show's about like online stuff, and it sucks for a lot of reasons. But the one recently that they were talking about that made me laugh because like their read on it is so bad was the one with the story of the guy who put in an AI. He made an AI video of his mom telling him that she loved him, and hugging her, and she had recently passed away, and that he wrote like an article about how like AI is helping him grieve his dead mother, and like
I can see that. Kind of grotesque, but if it helps the living,
well, like,
I suppose. But...
No,
I do not support the digital necromancy
I think that's bad. I think that's really bad. I think that like, and
as long as you delete the AI, I mean, don't keep it around. But like, if it helps you get closure,
he's been chatting with his
My cat almost fell. He rolled and almost fell completely off.
He's been chatting.
He's been sleeping on me for 2 hours.
Yeah, he kept it around, and he like it caused him a deep amount of emotional distress, and like. I hate to talk like this. I hate to talk like these guys, but they're right about like when you talk about cogsec, like you need cognitive security, right? Like you're fucking if you're the only person you can't. The AI is a tool, and it is not an evil tool because tools aren't inherently evil.
It's tool's a tool.
A tool is a tool, but if you're using the tool to fucking blast yourself in the face with psychic damage.
Yes,
you're
exactly.
the only person that like is at fault here. You know what I'm saying? And like we as a society do not have anything or any like there's nothing set up against this kind of. There is no deep programming. There is no deep. You know what I'm saying? You cannot deprogram someone that is convinced that their mom has been resurrected in the AI. You know what I'm saying? And like we have known about this for at least 6 years, at least half a decade at this point. Like interpersonally, each of us has been touched or aware of like.
I've been touched by an AI. It touched my child.
Yeah, show me on your psyche where the AI touched
my
you.
ding ding dong.
But what I'm saying, like each of us has been touched by like a deeper level.
Shucks, we're old.
Oh, you touched my child.
My ding ding dong.
None of the Zoomers in the chat. All of the Zoomers in the chat would be like, what are they talking about?
All right, Shoggy and Ivy, let's get you to bed.
Yeah. That's it. We're done. We're cooked.
Okay. Anyways, so all I'm getting at is
Stop.
No,
Don't open that can.
Why, you're afraid you'll lose the game?
Wow. What is it?
Guys, remember the game?
Thug Aim.
No,
I remember that from when I was a young man. My father
was
into the city
to see a marching band. What was the other one? I was like, I chimed in with, haven't you people ever heard of slamming your dick in the door? Oh, this shit hurts and I'm bleeding.
It hurts a whole lot.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Wow, these old internet memes are very old.
Stop it. Stop it.
Do strong bad.
Yeah.
What was that?
He's trying to do strong bad.
Yeah, my lesion's fucking me up. I can't do strong bad now.
Yeah, how's that going, by the way? Is it getting better?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's inside my throat. What am I going to do? Pop an eyeball out, stick it, swallow it, and have a look? I don't know.
Yeah.
Down the TikTok shop, they have stuff that'll let you do that. Ask Ruben.
Yeah.
Ask Ruben about the TikTok shop. Ruben is the only guy I know that buys stuff off the TikTok shop.
I only bought one shirt, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, but still,
I do think you should bump the text up on the. I'm gonna actually do it this time, so it's a little.
I don't have I don't have the fucking ability to do that. I hate Redbubble.
You can on Redbubble.
No, you can't. Redbubble only gives you a fucking like window, and the window starts at your belly, and you can't move it. It sucks so bad.
Can't move your belly.
I want to do anything other than Redbubble, but I don't know how, and I can't. I don't have the time to research it. If you don't have anything to do and you want to help me out researching like a good company I could figure out how to get better merch through, please put me in contact with, because I have so many ideas. I'm working on the baby shirt because of Ivy shirt that says it says Kirby, but
yeah,
it says baby.
Yeah,
which
definitely looks more like it says Kirby now that I've adjusted.
No, it still looks like it says. Now it looks like it says
Arby's.
Arby's.
Arby's. An Arby's shirt. Damn, it's a shame we can't make our own fucking merch from other companies.
Yeah. Oh, I would be so irresponsible with that. I would be so fucking irresponsible with that.
Oh my god.
My Gugon posting would go to a whole different level.
Oh yeah.
I have to explain to people all the time because people are like, Marcos, how come you stopped doing the Gugon stuff? And I was like, because
we got mad. They got mad at us.
No,
someone from legal threatened to threaten us.
Yeah, they weren't mad at us. They just were like, they weren't impressed with us and hurt our feelings.
They liked what we were doing, and then what happened was fucking with the Gugon posting was that fucking some people were like, oh, the goo. I know who that means. I know who you're talking. The goos. We got to get rid of all the goos in here. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
What's this?
This is not.
What is this?
Yeah, the goo is the goo, dude. It's not.
Yeah, it's like junk. You know, it's sticky.
It's gunk.
I have a bottle of Goo Gone in my closet. It's for like removing glue and stuff like that in my house.
Yeah, Someone was like, someone did their Goo Gone meme was mine goof. To like goof off, and I was like, you know what? No, you're out of here.
You're out of the club.
Straw for me to be like, nah, this is a bad idea.
You're out of the club with that one.
We don't need to do this.
And with that one, I'm out.
Yeah, have fun doing your own little thing. I guess like it's yours now. I don't know, but I've been
for that reason. That's what it is. I was trying to remember what the fuck his name on Shark Tank says, and for that reason, I'm out.
Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah, that's him.
I always thought about like the spin-off show called Spark Tank.
Okay.
Where you need $30.
Shocking sharks in a tank.
You need $30 to roll you have $30 to roll the best blunt you can possibly roll. Right? And then you have to you need to pass it, and then they either need to smoke it or they say I'm out. You know what I'm saying? And that's how either they hit it or
that's great. I love that.
Spark Tank.
Spark Tank. I'm on board.
Yeah, and for that, I'm out. Like, you put a little.
I'm completely on board with Spark Tank, dude.
Put moon rocks in there for that.
What if it was a spunk tank and it's just a bunch of guys jacking off into a jar?
No.
You're right.
It's a whole different thing. It's an entirely.
Yeah, we could do that one.
Speaking of guys and stuff,
guys,
I'm trying to work on a YouTube thing, and I actually I bought lav mics to do this. I bought lav mics, and I scheduled a lunch with a homie to do this. The idea is I want to do guys talking bros over salads, right? That's the name of the videos of the video series. And the idea is you get two guys to talk about masculinity while eating very fruity drinks or like food.
Could I get like a chicken Caesar salad and just eat the chicken and not the?
No, you have to eat the whole. You have to eat the
lettuce.
The idea is that traditionally non-masculine food, so like boba or like patisserie.
I love boba so much.
Are you just perpetuating the stereotype by playing into it? Like, look, we're being.
No, the idea
behind look, it's non-masculine, and we're doing this. Like, well, then
the idea is big tent masculinity, right? The idea is expanding, not redefining, because that's the problem that we have with our current culture. I am transitioning to more of a man. I've been telling this. This is literally my whole thing. Yeah. I've been going through a man.
Which is a step in the process.
No, listen, masculinity. The biggest crisis of masculinity right now is not that there's not enough of it. It's that there is a narrowing window of what is acceptable to be a man, and that is a fucking problem. And it's not just fucking it up for women. It's fucking it up for us. Do you know what I'm saying? It's making us look bad. It's making dudes look bad. And like, we have to do something. We have to put our fucking foot down. We can't seed this anymore. You know what it really boils down to? Is that masculinity in the manosphere is full of guys that will love to say, but, and like, think that's cool, and yeah, sure, whatever. The thing is, no one is calling them back at that. And that's what we need to do, is be like, hey, listen, the problem here is that you're gay, and that you'd be happier if you liked women, if you liked men, and women aren't property. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, if we can expand the fucking what it means to be a man in a much broader context, then we've won. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're winning. We're getting closer to the good ending.
I know somebody. See, I know somebody who's doing something along those lines that I follow, and I think their method is more probably successful.
Okay.
This is a non-binary, for lack of a better word, strong man who does like old feats of circus strength on
Okay,
on
cool.
reels. It's very cool. They got like.
But I'm
they
not.
got, like,
Those were always the best.
Okay,
They
but
do.
listen.
They rip up phone books, and they got like the whole big. You'd love them, Marcos.
I know,
Actually,
that sounds
like,
awesome. That sounds fucking awesome. But also, like, here's the thing: I'm excluded from that because
they'll
I'm not
bend, like horseshoes.
I'm not non-binary. I'm very much a man. I'm very much
Yeah.
comfortable with my masculinity, and I want to make, and in part of being comfortable with that masculinity, I want to elevate and bring that masculinity to more people who want to be masculine, who want to be men. And like, this isn't just dudes and bros. Like, the idea that I was having for it would be like to also get women on the show, because I think the critique of men, like, there's a big meta of like guys inviting 30 girls to a podcast to be like, hey, this is what's your fucking problem, to like, you know what I'm saying? And like,
Yeah.
that's terrible optics. Whereas I would much rather a one-on-one conversation with a woman and a man to talk about, hey, this is what masculinity means to me. What does masculinity mean to you? How do we talk about, like, where do we find common ground on these things? You know what I'm saying? I think
Yeah.
I think that not framing it as like, framing it more as conversations is better. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the idea is that like, more people need to think about their own masculinity, because if you don't think about this stuff, then you get guys like Andrew Tate, these like little fucking twinks that are like, being a man is when you beat women, and you know, like like, no, dude, come on. You know, like, there's more to it than
Wrong.
that. It's when you buy my course.
Being a man is when you subscribe to patreon.com/the
Don't say that. Do not time. Don't do the exact opposite of what I just said.
Being a man is when you give us money to
when
keep
you
the
subscribe
Nazi
to the
mummy
YouTube
from
channel, yeah.
putting away your toys for
When
you.
you subscribe to the YouTube
Real
channel,
men
that's
pick
what-
up their toys and
Real
make
men
their
pick up
bed.
real men do pick up their toys and make their beds, and I say this with a filthy bed, but still, real men do pick up their toys, and you know what? And they eat their vegetables. Okay,
Vegetables are tasty.
And they clean
What
up
they
their
don't tell
rooms.
you as a kid is that if you don't like your vegetables, you can just put a sauce on them.
They also don't tell you
Roast
just
them.
put a little
Just
salt and
fucking roast all your
pepper.
vegetables.
You
They're
little
brilliant.
salt and it's a little salt and pepper on any vegetable will make it palatable.
Any
Oh, yeah.
vegetable, a little bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, squeeze a lemon, oven, 475
A lime
degrees,
even.
about 25 minutes.
What if it was a guy?
Gime.
He's got to squeeze his nuts and a little pre-cum shot out. Put that on you, and then you bake it.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
idea. That's a good.
Yeah,
you
it's a
can
great
run with
idea.
that. Imagine
Great
cooking,
idea.
Cooking with guys. Cooking
Cooking with Gimes.
It's like
Fuck
it's a
you.
talk it's a talk show where I squeeze a guy's nuts and he and he just busts a little bit, and then we eat the. You know what I'm saying,
You just
whatever.
bust just a little bit.
Just a little bit, just a little bust.
I love Marcos. Welcome to Hot Guys, the show with hot questions, and even hotter, I'm squeezing your nuts.
Yeah. They should make a show like about like kind of like a Hot Ones adjacent show where like we ask you questions while you're getting your nuts squeezed. I think that would be like if you don't answer the question, then they tighten whatever's around your nuts, and then you just keep going.
I'm not coming on your show.
Don't. Well, that's not for you, dude. Obviously, it's not for fucking you, bro. All
I
right?
would if you did that, except instead of getting your nuts squeezed, you're getting a blowjob. I would come on your show.
No, see, like that's
Blah, blah,
you're-
blah, blah.
No, see, come on, you're. The idea is there should be consequences if you don't. And the thing is that it's completely arbitrary, right? If I don't like your answer, I'm like, you know what, squeeze his nuts,
Squeeze his nuts about it.
squeeze his nuts. You know what?
Squeeze his nuts.
Yeah.
He knew that was a wrong answer. Squeeze him.
UBI, you're against it.
Yeah, I think
Squeeze this guy's nuts.
Yeah.
I think the Hot Ones guy figured out the exact amount of pain you can inflict upon a guest without alienating them and not being able to get guests anymore.
I was talking about this on RFTB, but I would something interesting. This is not pervert shit. I know this is gonna sound like pervert shit, but to me, this is way funnier. This is about funny stuff, not about pervert stuff. But so on Twitch there is a literal rule against like love-ins. You cannot have a love-ins in your ass with a controller while you're streaming. They don't allow you to do that.
Well,
Okay.
what?
So like, do you know what a love-ins is? Do you know what that is?
It's like when hippies sit around.
No, it's a love-in. A love-ends. A love-ends is like
we're gonna be nice to each other until war ends.
No, a love-ends is this little thing that vibrates and you put it in your butt or in your cooter or whatever one.
Oh.
And then you
Damn, I haven't heard Cooter in a hot minute.
Cooter is the best one, but it's
That's
also
a
like, you can't
classic.
I love cooter. I love calling it a cooter.
I love
What's up,
your
girl?
cooter. I can't wait
What's
to
up,
lick
girl?
your cooter. I want to spread that
Say
cooter.
lick your cooter is very funny. Trying to slob on that cooter, girl. Damn, why your cooter got balls and shit? Damn, bro. I like when the cooter 8 inches long and thick. You know. He's fucking losing it right.
I like when the pussy is actually outside and it's long and I can suck on it.
Yeah, I like when I choke on the
Damn,
pussy.
your
a little
cooter got
bit.
balls.
You know,
I like
you know,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know how FDM's transition instead of getting the surgery, they just do this where they stick their thumb in their mouth, they start blowing into it until their vagina pops out like a balloon.
You know that you could actually give a woman a
Penis.
pulmonary embolism if you blow into her coochie. Did you know that?
I've heard this. I've heard you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, yeah.
I've also heard you shouldn't do it.
Yeah,
I've not tried
I
it
heard it's
because
fun.
I'm not trying to get kicked in the head.
I do it because it's funny. No, I'm just kidding.
But it's okay if you like do the.
What if you blew into the pussy and the pussy blew back?
Yeah, what it does eventually, it farts back at you. I like when it talks to me. I like having a conversation.
In Soviet Russia, pussy licks you.
Okay, the idea, like a love ends is like a little thing you put in whatever.
It's a remote controlled
It's a
sex
remote-
toy.
Yeah, it's a remote control, like it's
Oh,
teledildonics.
teledildonics.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. See, you had to use a different word to get him to
That's the
understand.
phrase. I mean, in the subgenius community, we're very interested in teledildonics.
Okay, well, it already exists. You're like, it's there. It already the technology.
It's not there. No, a nation form is there. It's not there.
Okay,
yet.
whatever. The idea would be to have
Not
like
until
a little...
I can give the control to the AI chatbot of my dead mother.
No, stop it.
Oh God!
Stop
No,
it. Okay.
stop! Where's my soundboard? I haven't needed it all this fucking
Yeah.
time. Where is it? Oh my fucking God!
Yeah, get his ass. Get his ass. Cooked live.
Holy shit!
Okay, but
That was the worst.
the idea would be like a little machine, like an Arduino that like flicked my nuts. Right,
Okay.
so that every
You don't have
time that
Pokemon
you
to flick your nuts.
every time you donated, I'm like doing this. Stream,
Yeah.
I'm playing a game.
Arduino is an ice type legendary.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Arduino is like a machine that you can anyways, never mind. I'm not gonna get into it.
You want Mr.
The-
Mind in here, but that's
The
what you want.
idea,
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not
the
mad.
idea would be I'm streaming, I'm playing a game, and every time someone subs, it fucking flicks my nuts, and then that's
Cool.
And I don't know if that's against the
It's not.
rules
It's
or
not
not.
pervert shit though.
It's not pervert shit. Yeah, it would be funny to play. You were playing a game and you're going like, "Thanks for this." Oh, thanks for this. the idea is the reaction of like me playing a game like, "Yeah, what's up? Oh, thanks for this. Oh, thanks for the sub, dude." Like that's what makes it funny.
Real
is
Dark
the-
Souls starts here.
Right? Yeah, that's what makes it funny. Is you get a little flick in your nuts every time you fucking. And I think it's not against the rules technically, but also like it is very much pervert shit in the wrong hands. Do you know what I'm saying? Like in the wrong hands, it's
Can I
extreme
see your hands
pervert
really
shit.
quick?
They're not
Hold
the
up
wrong
camera.
ones. They're not the wrong ones.
They're kind of green.
I think these might be the wrong hands.
No, they're not.
I don't think those are Marcos's hands. I think he's got the
Looking kinda
wrong
green.
hands.
You're looking kind of orcish today, honestly.
Yeah,
Take
well,
the
I
Hulk
did it.
fists off.
I did it for the memes. You know what I'm talking about. You know what's going on.
Oh,
I
so,
actually
yeah.
don't know what's going on. I just saw it like happen. A guy posted that something that that Kojima sucks or something like that.
He tried to be like,
Okay.
oh man, people like Kojima's a great writer, but look at this stupid character, Fat Man. He's a bomb expert with roller skates and he drinks wine from a straw. Isn't that like, that's the coolest fucking thing in the world, man? Why would he call him Fat Man?
Kind of whips,
he's fat?
actually.
Like, why would a Japanese person name a bomb expert Fat Man? It's totally unable to be explained.
Fat Man. He's got a small sidekick that lives in his pocket called Little
Small
Boy.
Guy.
Yeah.
But then somebody found this guy's fantasy novel. I've almost got it memorized because it's almost like, not because like I've read it so much. It's almost like the adult version of memorizing one fish, two fish, red fish.
Yeah.
Fish.
He orked the Orc Town orkishly.
It's like,
the
the
Elvish
orc,
king.
the Orc Town, the Orc City had finished burning. The orcs were orkishly, the Elf King
The orcs
said
orc
nothing is
orkishly.
more vile than the orc.
The orcs were the arbiters from Halo.
Yeah,
Orc.
the orcs. I remember reading
I'm back
that
on
being like,
X.com, the Everything app, which I announced on the last episode I recorded, but that's not getting released until later.
Oh yeah.
So-
Until later.
Yeah,
So you can
like
go
at least
follow
tomorrow.
You can go follow me, Lord of Heck.
Which is
amazed that wasn't
baller.
taken. I managed to get a new Gmail account the other night. I was like, I can't believe that wasn't taken. So I was trying to get the White Pharaoh at gmail.com, but obviously that every variation has already been snatched.
Yeah,
up.
there's no way.
But
They got bots that just make up new variations.
well, they hadn't got the one I got. I'm
Okay.
not telling everybody because if you want to email me, use one of my other like 10 email addresses. Sometimes I just sit around and I'll make up funny email addresses for myself. And
Okay,
That's great.
Shouts out
Good wholesome.
to the following.
that's a good meme.
homies.
It's gone from dunging on this guy to just now Orc City. Orc City.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
Orc City and
Elf
the
King.
Elvish King and the Elvish King. Yeah, I like that the king is Elvish, but he's not explicitly an elf, right?
Yeah.
I
Elvish
think,
is-
no.
I saw somebody trying to like rip him apart. It's like, buddy, you're getting your Tolkien wrong while trying to correct somebody, and that is nothing
That-
worse than trying to be a pedantic nerd and being wrong about it.
No, I'm saying that like it implies that the writing is lazy, so it implies that
Oh, yeah.
he's Elvish, not that he's an elf. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's kind of implied. No, it is. It says that he's elvish. It's implied that he's elven because
Yeah,
the
yeah,
elves,
yeah, I
mean,
get
if
it,
you
but
know
if-
anything about elves, they're kind of
Okay, we're there's a whole,
racist.
They're kind of
this is a whole
gay.
Other, this is a whole other episode, and we're not doing it. Okay,
They're gay
shout,
and racist.
shouts out to the following homies. $10 more to the Gorilla Chow Fund.
I'm
Carrie.
done talking. Hang on. I'm talking about elves here.
No. We'll do this later. Carrie, Unkpilled, Cassio are in cahoots for real. CHO Feskatch, Dead Raccoon, Detective Scuba Steve's father smacks your PP. Did it all for the
Ouch.
cookie. Ella L, Mad C Word, Beef Eater, Nom, 4X, Nom, no crumbs. Fuzzy Nalgas, Grungus, Funkus, Dungus. Hell yeah, I love the funk
Oh,
belt.
okay.
Her Holiness
war's
Pope
heating up.
Marin. Yeah. Her Holiness Pope Marin the Fourth, Imagine Chaos Dragons, Jade, James Gilbreath, Jason Zoller, Jiren, Jonathan Weber, Kenzie Lay, Kevin Villasane, Kiefer. Wait, no, am I doing this wrong again? I think
Yeah.
No, I don't think I'm doing this wrong. Malik Nunez, Pablo Almas, Ripstone, Roboy, Sacrifice My Balls at the Gundam Altar, Sadish
All right.
Radish, Sean
That'd be
Jarrett,
Hamwick.
Schmoo. No, it's not. Subware Systems.
You think that one's sandwich?
I don't know. It's not.
I think that might be
Steven
ambush.
Sedano, that one white boy who did the worm at prom. Hell yeah, dude. Theo,
Awesome.
UAE Exotic Falconry and Finance. What's up, bro? What's up, homie? White Daddy, aka how about you 3D print some hoes on your dick? A single shoe left on the roadside, a bag of sand. Andrew Morgado, Augur, Brody, Brian H, Cha Cha Slide, Chris Varley, Chris Wade, Cody Hewitt, Kami, maybe Alexa. Play the boys are back in town. Doug M, even smaller Micro Peenhus, Frank Jeffsey, Fred Sharman, Gabriel. There's so many people now. Griselda Noises, Hero Mero, He Devil and Friends, Hieronymus Botched Boob Job, Immunitize the Funk. For real, Immunitize the Funk. Infested Deck, Jim Schmungus, Joe Cassidy, KBN. Keegan is activating all Iranian sleeper cells. Godspeed, inshallah, homie. Laura, Luke Simasek, Man's whole cover. Marie, Mesh, Milton, Mr. Fide, Miss Bird, names, Oganasson, Quum, re-elect Eric Adams for NYC Mayor 2025 trademark. Reese, Richard Koknar, Sarah Zidek. That's gonna be
sure
used
about
against me
that
at
one.
some point. Yeah, Slithers, Socram Legnar, Solidus Red, Super Male Boy, Spenny, Super Deformed, the Disfigured Love Child of the Funk, the Empty Set, the Hat Man, the Homie Shop Steward, the Imposter Among Us, the Lale Lule Lo, the Limit, Sin Cancel into Ultimate Redemption, the OK Love Child of all John Favreau's, the Shareholders, the Tarquin, the True Origin of Pepsi Max, Wax Replica, World's Largest Margot Peenhus, World's Largest Micro Peenhus, Alex is the last one. Sorry.
Hold on.
Yeah, we gotta go back. World's Largest Micro Peenhus. You are our last one. You are our chosen. You are our true ender of this. The ender of time. When the world ends, there will be a big like game over sign, and it'll say brought to you by World's Largest Micro Peenhus.
Yes.
And that's how we
yeah,
know.
exactly. Exactly.
Anyways, shouts out to all the homies. I love all of you.
Not the following homies this time. We've improved.
I didn't do that this time. I didn't do that. I also released an album. I'm going to put it in the link in the description. Please listen to it. It's like 16 years worth of music that I've been working on forever, and I finally got it all into one place. We got some YouTube stuff coming up forward. The zines are going to be shipping out before the 20th of this month. So if you haven't already, update your information in the Patreon so that I can get the zines to you. It's like 10 pages this time. It's a lot of stuff. It's going to be really fun. Anyways, I love the homies. Right.
I was
Me too.
gonna take a leap of faith and tell everybody, if you're playing Warhammer Space Marine 2 on PS5, you should add me so we can play together.
Yeah, because I won't play with
PlayStation name is Banana Ractagino.
Yeah.
It's a capital on each word.
Put it in the Discord. Just post it in in video games.
No, you have to listen for this.
Yeah. Actually, I
Send me an
respect
invite,
that. I
send me
respect
an
that,
invite.
Ruben.
And send me a message and say you're from the pod, and I will play with you.
Awesome.
All right.
That's not even a sub thing. It's just you're a listener. This is for the listeners,
All right.
but only the listeners.
Only the listeners. All right.
Yeah,
Anyways.
if you're watching
I've
this,
been,
get the
I've
fuck
been-
out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
I've been
Your
playing.
viewer? Fuck you.
I've been playing The Last of Us, so you can add me on PlayStation too if you want to get some sweet Last of Us multiplayer going on.
Nice. What if it was the blast of bust? It is.
No.
Yeah.
Shaggy about to. I like to party. Me. My name's
Yeah,
Shaggy.
I also
like to party.
And I also like to party. Anyway, anyways, all right.
What about
bye,
we
everyone.
like to party? We like to party.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, bye.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively